Okay, so let's just get this set up here and then get on with today's little video. Just got back from shopping. I'll show you what I got in a minute. Just get the slide on here. Yeah, so we'll get into a few things, about what's going on. Yeah, as I say, I'm not complying or responding to any comments. I don't even look at the the stats. I don't care how many views or likes or anything like that. Definitely not reading any comments. I don't know what people's underlying intentions are. Whether it's good comments or bad comments, it doesn't matter if you don't know what the underlying intentions are. And the problem is most people don't even know what their own underlying intentions are. So this is the thing. This is my style. This is how I do things. It's much better this way, and slowly we're all going to see why that's the case. We're all going to understand, So yeah, I got these from the warehouse, $35. Nice pack of three pairs of sports socks for $10, and very, very cheap cream coloured shirt here for just $6-7. And yeah, nice pair of black pants, black joggers, track pants for no, not 30. It's been reduced to 17. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. The worst thing about what happened to me, the condition. In Chinese, that's called 走火入魔. But actually, let me tell you something about this. 我教你一个东西，关于这个走火入魔. Okay? Actually, this is something that can happen to basically anyone, regardless of whether or not they do Qigong. It can happen from, of course, Qigong, Neigong, or some Kundalini yoga or whatever. If you do it too intensely and you don't have proper guidance, you can unbalance your energy system, or your lung, that they call it, which they call it in Tibetan, lung, spelled R-L-U-N-G, pronounced L-O-O-N-G, lung. And what I found is that the Tibetan Sowa Rigpa system of medicine, medical science, Tibetan medical science, combined with their astro science, the way they diagnose things and the way they treat things, it's actually very, very effective. It's actually, yes, very effective. Can be. The problem with this this type of condition, there's a whole spectrum of things that can go wrong. There's a whole spectrum of things within this 走火入魔 condition that can happen, or can also just call it chi deviation. You've deviated from the standard path of your practice, and you've messed yourself up. But the worst part of what happened to me was, not just the constant ringing in my ears, which is still there, by the way, but it's slowly decreasing. I just need to keep following the lifestyle recommendations from the Tibetan doctors and that I'm seeing. And I get some more of the medicine, and get some more treatment and stuff until the condition fully subsides, and I can get back to normal. Because it's really it's quite it can be very, very debilitating condition. This type of tinnitus, which is only one the tinnitus or the tinnitus is only one of the symptoms of this condition. You know, there's a lot of, you know, the worst thing about it is not just the ringing and the humming and the buzzing and the chirping and the crackling and the popping. It can be quite bad, quite loud. It's bilateral in both ears, and all this woo, 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 woo sound in this kind of in the center. Really, really intrusive, bad condition that's always there. That's, you know, it's bad. Okay, the effect it has on you psychologically is profound. And but fortunately, I'm learning to see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, and to bring my body back into balance, you know. And I can foresee how my system is going to come back into balance, and, you know, eventually this is all going to be something that I can just put it in the past. But anyway, yeah, the worst thing about this condition is not just the constant noise, but the discomfort in the ears, because, you know, this what happens, it's like, you know, in your ears you have the labyrinthine artery, which is a vessel that supplies blood to the sense organs of the ears, of the inner ear. And then I think it's also connected, has some connection with the trigeminal, you know, nerve, and the vagus nerve and the arteries and stuff. It's all connected. But you know, just like those blood vessels supplying the sense organs of the ears are very, very tiny, also the channels and collaterals, the energy system, which is supplying the ears as well, those are also very, very, very fine, very delicate, very small. So when you have an imbalance, this is what it feels like, is when you have an imbalance like that, the energy starts just flowing all crazy, and then it gets forced through these very small things, and then of course they start vibrating. A lot of different vibrations will go through there, you know, which is going to get picked up by the ears and the auditory cortex and cause this misfiring of neurons, which it's not your auditory cortex or your brain misfiring. What it is, I think, is it's because the energy system is starting, the chi, the energy, the prana, the winds are flowing through their orbits and it's going all crazy. All vibrations is vibrating the auditory cortex or the sense organ of the ear, and causing that, like that. So I think that's probably what it is. But so the worst thing is really the discomfort in the ears. Different kind of pain and discomfort can occurred, and also the other bad thing was when it first happened, there was like a magnetic ball of energy, like inside my brain, that was just there, and it was really bad, really uncomfortable. It took a lot of acupuncture treatment and things to gradually get that stuck, magnetic or, chi or prana, or whatever you call it. Again, words are just something to help us kind of understand. But once we understand them, we don't need those words anymore, those labels. Then once we understand it at that level, then we forget about those labels, and then we further refine things to try and understand it even more precise, and we keep refining this way, which is how pretty much the same as anything, science, linguistics, astrology, biology, whatever, meditation. This is how it is, because eventually we want to get beyond all these labeling, and everything is all within the mind still. So we're so as long as we're within the mind, we're still within the matrix, so to speak. So, but we want we want to get beyond that, in my practice that I'm doing. That's the ultimate for healing, for transcendence, for upgrading, etc. To get to the next level. Still this is going, but the chirping is a little not so bad. There was really bad, sounded like there was a bird or something inside my left ear, and I kept having these dreams of birds flying around me, and it's, but anyway, I'm getting more happy now because I can see that this is eventually all gonna be over. Whether it's the next lifetime that I get to be better, or hopefully within this lifetime, hopefully soon, a couple months, couple years, or whatever, then I can, my body can, and my energy, my whole system can come to a better balance. So the thing is what I learned about YouTube now, and my way of doing it is like this: is just no description, no no title, just the date, as I've been doing. Just the date is the title of the video, and and that then removes all pressure, nothing is important, only the pure, genuine, human, experiential essence. So this is what people are picking up on, most likely, people who are watching this content, and from this kind of level, it's not necessary at all for me to read any comments or look at how many likes did the video get, or how many views did it get, look at the algorithm. Nothing, no need, because we're coming in it from a higher level, from a more refined level. So one of the aspects of my training, and while I'm making the video, is that I need to feel more relaxed and comfortable than when I started the video. If I'm feeling more like anticipation or stress, or oh shit, did I say this thing right, or what about this algorithm thing, or how many views is it, or what's gonna, no, that would mean that, so as this practice is getting more refined, it means I feel more relaxed by the time I've finished the video. That's that, nothing more to say.